There's a lot of excitement in Bowie tonight as Kyle Bradish takes the mound for a rehab start for the Bay Sox. Paul Mancano and Steve Molesky. And Steve, this is not like a normal rehab assignment where a pitcher is just building himself back up slowly and he's going to eventually get back up to Baltimore. This seems like Kyle Bradish is going to throw a lot of pitches here tonight.
Yeah, I think they're hoping he gets 80 or 85, and he gets to that point. And we know the rotation has been struggling in Baltimore. They could use him. I mean, I was at that game in Texas, Paul, and he threw great for an inning and two-thirds until that line drive hit him. So the Orioles are excited about Bradish. What an incredible finish he had to the 2022 season, and he looked that sharp in that outing in Texas, and we didn't get to see how good that would have gone, obviously. But so they're hoping 80, 85 pitches tonight, maybe gets 5 or 6 innings, and then we can all do this math and the speculation that 5 days from now he could be pitching in Washington. That's the day he's eligible to return to the active roster next Wednesday.
Steve, we've seen here in Bowie that these pitchers have performed quite well. The starting pitchers, they're going with an interesting piggyback situation of sorts in order to get these starters enough innings, and it's working out so well so far.
The Bay Sox have a good pitching staff. There's no doubt about it. Maybe they're not highly ranked prospects, but there are several top 30 guys on this staff pitcher-wise. Chase McDermott is off to a great start. The guy can touch 97, 98. Kate Povich had such a great spring training. Justin Armbruster, their opening night starter, threw 5 scoreless. So they really have 9 or 10 guys throwing starter-type or bulk-type innings right now, and you see 2 of them pitch in a given night. For their first 6 games coming into tonight, they've had essentially 2 starters pitch in a game. So that's happened a lot. Houston Roth is one of those guys. He's expected to follow Bradish to the mound here tonight.
And Heston Kjerstad has been the story offensively for the Bay Sox so far. We keep talking about him because he keeps getting hits. He finished a triple shy of the cycle. He said earlier today, I always finish a triple shy. That's the one thing I can't get. But he did hit a homer at 3 hits last night. This guy has been incredible.
You know, I talked to Kyle Moore, the manager of the Bay Sox, earlier today, and he feels like already, I mean, he's hit 3 home runs in 6 games, Paul, so, and if the spring he had for the Orioles, he's not a secret to anybody anymore, and certainly not in this league. So Kyle Moore says he's excited when there's a top opponent pitching prospect who he knows will challenge Heston because that kid thinks he's as good as Heston. But many nights, if a game's on the line, Heston may get pitched around or walked. As the season goes on, the next few weeks for him will be interesting to see because he's already hit 3 long balls. He hit one out here last night to left center. So he may not see as many quality pitches over the next few weeks, but we'll see. And he's playing a little first base. He's still mostly an outfielder, we know, but the Orioles are just creating more options for Kjerstad. When the day comes to bring him to Baltimore, he'll have more places on the diamond he can play defensively.
Absolutely, and they have a couple other top prospects as well. Cesar Prieto's in this infield. Kobe Mayo, of course, is manning third base. John Rhodes is in the outfield. So feels like this group may be overlooked just because of the amount of talent we see at Norfolk and the amount of talent we see down in High A Aberdeen, but certainly this roster is as loaded as any of them.
It's pretty loaded. I mean, there'll be some guys making their way up from Aberdeen as happened last year for the Bay Sox. So it's going to be another exciting summer of baseball here in Bowie. And the #1 farm system in baseball is already cranking out some wins this year.
Absolutely. And they'll get to see a major leaguer on the mound tonight as Kyle Bradish makes a rehab start. From Prince George's Stadium, Steve Molesky, I'm Paul Mancano. We'll see you in Bowie.